Do not get caught up in the persona of being a broke MMA fighter. Don't. That's not what you want to be. I've been that for the last 3-4 years, right? And I was so caught up in the idea of like, yeah, bro, I'm an MMA fighter, right? So I'm broke now, but once I get my call to the UFC, then I'm gonna be balling out of control, right? Don't do that, right? Because you don't want to be the guy struggling to pay his gym dues, right? Where the owner or the manager of the gym, at the end of every month, is trying to track you down so he can get his $150. You don't want to be that guy, because gyms don't like that guy. They don't believe in that guy, because that guy can't handle, making $150 in a month to pay his fucking gym dues. How can that guy handle the responsibilities of being a professional athlete, right? So if you need to, get a second job, get a night job, get a better job, right? Do whatever you can to schedule work around training. That's what I did, right? So the only jobs I'll work are in the morning time or on weekends, right? I won't work a job that wants me to work swing shift, right? Because the majority of the classes happen in the afternoon and at night. I have to be in the gym training for those classes, right? So schedule your work around training, and then work as much as you can around training and save up as much money as you can so that you can go all in on this shit, right? You want to stay debt free. Don't go and finance a Lexus. Don't go and finance a big old, brand new 4Runner or whatever, right? Make sure that if you're going to have a car, something simple, bro. Just get a fucking, 2002 Civic or a fucking, 1999 Toyota Tacoma or whatever, right? Something that's going to get you where you need to go, but that you don't have a giant monthly payment on, that you don't have to pay out the ass insurance for, right? Just something simple. So like that, if you can negotiate or find a place to stay that is either low rent or free, like rent a room somewhere. You got family you can stay with that will believe in you and help you out until you really start doing something with this, then do it. Like me, I stay with my pops right now. I stay with my dad, and so I'm not paying for rent. I don't spend a lot on food. I have child support that I pay. I don't go out too much. I mean, I date and shit, but I don't like go out and party and get lit every weekend, right? I try to keep my expenses to a minimum, and I've been able to save up a decent little bit of money, in doing that, right? Sacrifice the luxuries, bro. You don't need every new pair of J's that comes out. You don't need every new pair of Air Forces that come out. You don't need 150,000 fitteds, right? You can have like a small wardrobe and just be chill. You don't need the big chain with the Cuban links. You don't need just nothing, man. Just focus on fighting, bro. If you want to be a fighter, that's what the fuck you gotta focus on. Not trying to look fly and be out there popping fly for everybody, right? Once you have money from fighting and you're balling like that, then fuck it, get a chain, fuck it, get a Lambo truck, whatever, right? But just don't focus on trying to look fly before you are fly, if that makes sense, right? Food. Eat the same thing over and over again, bro. I eat eggs and oatmeal every fucking day. I eat eggs and black beans and some salsa with some yogurt and a little bit of cheese or something every day, right? So just and avocado and so just if it's cheaper, then eat the same thing every day. If you need to, go get a job at a restaurant so you have access to food for pretty much free, right? Just you want to save up as much money as you can and not be worrying about bills and shit, because if you're not worried about bills, if you're not worried about paying your gym dues, if you're not worried about car payments, if you're not worried about a huge rent and utilities and shit, right, then that's going to lower your stress level. When your stress level's lower, You're going to train harder. You're going to train better. You're going to focus more on your training, and you're going to be able to fight more often because you're not drowning in financial stress, right? Like, that's it. And having money in the bank, bro. The difference between having $57 in your bank account until you get paid next and having, you know, $5,557 in your bank account until you get paid next, right? It completely shifts your mindset, right? When you can look at your bank account balance, right, and look at it and go, oh man, it's not, you know, going down all the time. It's actually continuing to go up, right? That's going to change your mindset. It's going to change everything about you, the way you move, the way you interact with people, the way you interact with employers and coworkers and shit, right? Like, you know, for me, I'm looking for a new job right now, right? And I managed to, I talked to somebody yesterday, and just the whole dynamic of the conversation was completely flipped from what it would be normally if I didn't have any money and I was looking for a job, because I got money, number one. Number two, you know, I'm pretty transparent about the fact that I'm a fighter with anywhere that I'm going to work. And the guy that I was talking to about the job happened to be a big MMA fan, right? So that totally shifts the dynamic, because that puts me in the position of power, right? And that's where you want to be in your life. You want to be in the position of power. You want to be in the position of being the leader in your group of people, right? And so if you have some money saved up, if you have not a lot of stress because, you know, you've set your life up so you can live like a broke college student, so you can save money so that you can go all in on fighting one day. Because what's going to happen is, if you are halfway good and you fight and you start to get, you know, 6-0, 7-0, 7-1, 8-1, right? And you have a winning amateur record, then eventually you're going to get a call from a promotion to go professional, or you're going to call a promotion and be like, look, bro, I'm 7-1, I'm 8-0, I'm 7-0, right? I want a professional spot on your card, right? And then you'll be fighting for money. It might not be very much to start, but, you know, even then, just keep your job that you got and train and have your first couple pro fights, right? And then either you call or you get a call from one of the big promotions. And if you have 20, 25, 30 grand saved up in your bank account when you call the promotion, or when the big promotion calls you, right? And you're able to just quit all the jobs, quit everything, and give 100,000% to training for a professional fight with a big organization, you're gonna do amazing things, because you're not gonna be dealing with the stress and the weight of the world on your shoulders because you can't pay your rent this month, but you got this fight coming up that maybe has a, you know, $50,000 check on it, right? So it helps to just try and live as frugally as you can until you get this done. Like, it's gonna improve your mindset, bro. Like me right now, right, as far as my mindset goes and everything, the only thing I don't have is the money. I've got everything else that a rich person would have. I just don't have the money yet, because it's coming. It's on its way. Because I've been in this like self-imposed fucking like internal prison for the past 10 years, right? I've done a decade of being in a fucking emotional and mental prison for the past 10 years, bro. I fucked up so much the past decade. I've done so much wrong the past 10 years. But I'm finally on my path, bro. I'm going exactly where the fuck I need to go. And when you're there, when you're at the point where you're like, I will do anything to get this done. I will sacrifice anything to get this done. There is nothing that's going to stand in my fucking way. That's when you've got what most people who are financially wealthy don't have. You got the fucking savage mindset, bro. You're ready to do anything that it takes. You'll sleep in a fucking car, bro. You'll sleep on the fucking floor in the mop closet of the gym. You'll fucking do anything that it takes to get there, bro. You'll fucking hitchhike, right? That's where I'm at, right? I'm lucky I don't have to do none of that, because I'm able to, you know, work things out and I have people support me, right? But I'm telling you, man, just put your nose down, focus on saving as much money as you can, focus on fighting as much as you can. You need to fight, but you need to fight as much as you can. Once a month, if you can fucking pull it off, right? Because if you need a 8-1 record, 8-0 record to get a good spot on a good pro card, right? If you fight once a month, that's 8 months. You can go from your first fight. You can go from your first fight to professional in 8 months. That's what I'm trying to do, right? So I'm telling you, just do what I say, man. Do not get caught up in the idea of being a broke fighter, all right? Save your money so that when you get your call, when you get your shot, when you get your opportunity, you're not worried about money, because that's the last thing you want on your mind. All you want to be thinking about is the motherfucker in front of you and how you're going to take him the fuck out. That's all I got for you guys.